Hello there, my name is Heather Thrussell, and I am with 6 women here from the northeast of England. We planned a holiday to Orkney in Scotland, and I looked online to see if there was any opportunity while we were here to remember the Nakba and the awful atrocities that have happened ever since to the Palestinian people. We do attend marches and rallies in Newcastle and the area around. Recently, I was part of a group that read out the 20,000 names of all the children who have been murdered by Israel. This is, in our minds, and I can say this for all of us, a genocide in real time, and we are absolutely heartbroken. And we couldn't go by this day without remembering the human suffering that is happening in Gaza and the West Bank, and now in Lebanon as well, and spreading as well to Iran. And just remember that we're all human beings.
I'm Michelle Dara from Newcastle. I'm here today to show support and solidarity for all of the people in Palestine and across the world, but especially in Palestine and Gaza, who are being murdered. It is absolutely horrendous what is happening. I'm today wearing the Irish colours of the kafir in honour of my late husband, and this scarf in Irish is called Saoirse, which means freedom, so freedom to Palestine.
Hello, I'm Anne. I'm from the northeast of England. I'm here with my friends on a walking tour and feel very strongly that this genocide must end soon, and hope more and more people can join the likes of us and show the solidarity and support.
Hello, I'm Paul Heppelston. I lived in Orkney for 20 years. I come back every year now because it's like home. But particularly for this kind of event to do with Gaza, it's got to be done. These kind of vigils are essential, because I think the winning hand in all of this is going to be people power against those despots who seem to want to rule the world. So we just do our little bits. All these wonderful people who gather here week by week. I come 2 or 3 times a year, and sadly where I live in the middle of England at the minute, there's nothing quite like this. It just has built up its own momentum, and I think it's wonderful, and it's saying something to all who pass by. This can't go on.
It's a very important day to remember what happened to Palestinians 78 years ago, including my own father, who was driven out of their homes, their lands, and their livelihoods in Palestine. Dad was a teenager in Jaffa. His family had orange groves. His father had a building company, and they were forced out by violence, never to return, with no compensation. Dad always spoke about how wonderful it was to grow up in Palestine, where communities all lived together, where religious groups all shared in the lifestyle of the community at the time. Over 750,000 people were forced out of their homes when the State of Israel was created. And the Nakba, or catastrophe, just keeps going on 78 years later. And we see that now in Gaza, where I think it's 1.9 million people have been forced out of their homes. 90% of the homes have been destroyed. As Sue's shirt from Doctors Against Genocide tells us so clearly. Okay. So we are here today to remember what's happened all those years ago and what is still going on today. I know in London and in other places all around the world, there are marches today to bring attention to what is going on still and to the suffering of the Palestinians. This week as well was the 4th anniversary, if you want to call it that, of the killing in Jenin in the West Bank of the Palestinian American journalist Shireen Abu Akleh. There has been no accountability and no justice for her killing by the Israeli military. This week as well was the birthday of our dear friend Dr. Salim in the Shufat refugee camp. And I have had another message from Dr. Salim this week, and this is what he says after he saw again that we keep coming out week after week. He goes, "You are doing amazing work to be on the right side of peace, which is us. One day I would like to hug you and every participant. I wish to join your weekly vigil and meet the nice friends and shake hands with them all. You are doing great support for us by it. Thank you." So when people say, what is the point of our vigils? Even if it's one person that is getting support and being remembered, that is important enough. So just to finish off, I would like to welcome our friends who are joining us today from Newcastle, from Leeds, from Gloucestershire, from the Western Isles, and all over. People who've stopped along the front here to speak to us. It's just great to see such support and this feeling of solidarity radiating out around the world. We have some volunteers today who are going to be doing the Medical Aid for Palestinians Stride for Palestine. And if people would like to sponsor them, I'm sure they'd be very happy to have more names. So we have Swain and Robert and Jeannie, and I think Maz on Shanday are doing it. So if you would like to sponsor them, please do, because it's a very important endeavor. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yep, Medical Aid for Palestinians, that's it. And just finally to say that next Saturday, some of us may not be here because Amnesty International is having their yearly collection day in Stromness during the Folk Festival. So if you are in Stromness between 11 and 5, please look out for our Amnesty collectors. They'll be having yellow vests on, and it'll be around about the Stromness Hotel. And we would just love to see lots of supporters come along and, say hello. And hopefully make a donation to Amnesty. So that's great. Once again, I'd just like to point out our absolutely gorgeous banner, Peace and Justice banner, that was embroidered and put together by volunteers here in Orkney. So thank you so much for bringing that and, showcasing the beautiful work that's been done. So I think that's about it for today. We will see you again next week. And thank you so much again for coming out.